Gee, I'm a tree.
Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about coordinate geometry. We're going to continue that, and we're talking about our last equation you need to know, which is the distance. And today we're going to have two friends help me out. You can say hi to Baby Domo, Domo, and Dinosaur Domo. Roar, I'm a dinosaur. Aha. Okay, so basically, let's first talk about what exactly distance is. Distance is the length between 2 points. So if I have my domos, Nyama, roar. They're gonna stand here and here. We want to know how far away is the dinosaur from the baby. Okay? So to calculate it, we have two different ways to do it. We're going to show you by the formula as well as by graph paper. So we can calculate you creating a right triangle and Pythagorean theorem. Another way we can do it is to use a formula. And the formula is a little bit tedious, but basically the distance is equal to the square root quantity of the 2x values, the difference of the 2x values squared, plus the difference of the y values squared. This is just Pythagorean theorem if you don't want to use graph paper for it, but this is the formula you can memorize. So let's take a look at an example. We're going to do the first example, we're going to do by paper, and then by just using the equation, then we'll toss on some graph paper. So find the distance between the points 5, 2, and 3, 5. Now the distance is equal to the square root of the difference of the x values, and in this case it doesn't really matter. So we're going to start with the first one, 5 minus 3 squared, and we're going to add the difference of the y's, so 2 minus 5 squared. Now 5 minus 3 is 2 squared, and 2 minus 5 is negative 3 squared. And notice we still have a negative there, but you'll see in a second what happens. 2 squared is 4, and negative 3 squared. Make sure in your calculator you put the parentheses around the negative 3. So negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. At this point in your equation, after you square everything, you should have no negatives. If you have a negative somewhere, that means you made a mistake and you need to go back and figure it out. So 4 plus 9 is radical 13. Okay? We can't simplify it any further, so I'm going to leave it as the square root of 13 or radical 13. Now, let's take a look at this question if it was on graph. Okay? So, if you're given a graph of, and you will be given graph paper that you can use on the New York State Regents exam, let's just plot the 2 points. So I have 5, 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. That would be my first point. And then we have 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, as I said before, it's just Pythagorean theorem. We're looking for this distance right here. I can tell you just by counting how many boxes are here. This 2. I can also find out how many boxes are from here to here, which is 3. Now, if we're looking for our x value there, you can do x squared, or a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So we do x squared is equal to 2 squared plus 3 squared. I get x squared equal to 4 plus 9. And then x squared is equal to 13, and x is equal to radical 13. If you don't want to memorize the equation, you can feel free to do it this way. Okay? Now, what I'd like you to do right now is to work on these two problems. Just finding the distance. You can use either method. I would prefer for you to use both to get some practice, but feel free. Anyway, have a great day. Say bye-bye, Domos. Domos says bye-bye. Bye-bye.